Hi, I'm Six Figures, and we are about to go full McIntosh.
For many men, it can be hard to know exactly what role we can or should play in working towards an end to sexism.
I don't know which man he's talking about. Maybe the man in the Middle East or in Asia. But if you want me to play a role in ending sexism, let's start with killing fucking religion. Maybe that's a good start. Yeah,
How can men help, and how much or how little should we be helping?
just like I said, as much as we can, 'cause it's rampant.
In this video, we will explore answers to those questions and share a few suggestions about how men can respectfully approach feminism and, critically, explain why it's beneficial for men to be involved.
Oh, thank God. All the benefits of feminism. I can see it in front of me now.
First things first, because there's so much misinformation about feminism floating around out there in the cultural ether, it's useful to quickly define what that term actually means.
Yeah, let's do so, cause you fuckers seem to have a lot of different definitions. So I think because you are the the light in feminism, cause everybody is looking to you, like Sina Arcesian, Anita Sarkeesian is some kind of fucking idol, is your Holy Virgin Mary. I hope you explain something about the definition.
Feminism is a socio-political movement with the central goal of ending sexism and dismantling gender-based oppression.
Sorry, what? What? Oh my god. Where did you find that definition? Did you stay up late with Anita Sarkeesian and Brianna Wu or something, and figured it out? Okay, we need a new form, we need a new definition. Okay, I'll look up the real definition.
So contrary to common misconceptions, feminism is not about man-hating or female supremacy.
Okay, I have the definition of feminism. The belief that men and women should have equal rights and opportunities.
It's important to note that the feminist endeavor, as it's been defined by women like Bell Hooks, does not simply seek equal access for women within current systems of power, but instead seeks to transform those systems and the values associated with them. So where do men fit into all of this? Well, women have long been pointing out the ways in which men can benefit from feminism, and actively calling for men's participation in working towards ending sexism.
So we need to transform everything. Assimilate, assimilate, assimilate. Fucking hell. I think they're the Borg. They want to take over and assimilate everybody to their standpoint.
As Bell Hooks writes in her landmark 1984 book, Feminist Theory from Margin to Center, like women, men have been socialized to passively accept sexist ideology. While they need not blame themselves for accepting sexism, they must assume responsibility for eliminating it. Men are not exploited or oppressed by sexism, but there are ways in which they suffer as a result of it.
So we have been socialized to accept sexism or a sexist ideology, but we are not to blame, but we are responsible for the system, and we also suffer because of it. Yeah, yeah, way to contradict yourself.
That bears repeating. Men are not exploited or oppressed by sexism.
No, the suicide rate is only fucking, I don't know, 5 times higher. There are more men locked up in jails. When there's a divorce, the judicial system always, or mostly favors the woman to get the kids. No, no, there's nothing going on.
But there are ways in which we suffer as a result of it. We are taught early on that boys don't cry.
By who? By who are we taught that boys don't cry? We only are taught to man up sometimes, because sometimes boys cry when they don't need to cry. But if my father dies or something very traumatic happens, I'll fucking cry. I cry my eyes out. Jesus.
That to show sensitivity or emotional vulnerability is a sign of weakness.
Well, to be blunt, it's weakness, or so overcome by your emotions that you cry. So it is in that instance a sign of weakness. But weakness is not wrong. So I don't know why you're getting at.
Men are discouraged from practicing nurturing, caregiving, compassion, and compromise for the same reasons.
We marry fucking women. God damn it. Don't you I think he's not married or in a relationship because damn it, if you are in a relationship with a woman, you are compromising. You are compromising like a son of a bitch. So I don't know what you're getting at. Jesus, McIntosh.
So there is an enormous amount of pressure placed on men to prove our manhood.
Yes, this is true, and it finds itself into evolutionary psychology. I think Gatset can explain something about this because we were meant to be strong, to care for. God damn it, to care. Oh, we are caregivers. To care for the group, to hunt down animals.
By acting tough, projecting strength, and repressing our emotions.
I'm still waiting on how we can help to end sexism, though.
This is compounded by the fact that men are often more admired for being aggressive, dominant, and violent than for being cooperative, vulnerable, and empathetic.
Are you shitting me? Are you going to tell me that he used this video clip in the background? And this is his point by explaining men are more violent. I think I think he misses something because a second later, yeah, a woman drops down, a very attractive woman, ooh, a very attractive woman, and she obliterates him. So I don't know what he's talking about because that is showing that she is superior to this dude that is playing the game. Fuck you, McIntosh.
Not only is all of this damaging behavior encouraged in individual men, but those same values are also reflected in our larger political and military institutions.
Are you really saying that men exhibit aggressive and combatant behaviors in military situations? My God. Do you think that we need an army of huggers with safe spaces? Oh no, don't bomb me now. I need my teddy bears. I need my bubbles. Fucking hell.
Often to disastrous effect. So while men as a group are afforded gender-based privileges at the expense of women, a byproduct of patriarchy is that it also causes real harm to men's well-being.
And on the other side, women have those same rights, but that is a whole different spectrum. So I don't know what you're getting at. God damn it!
Okay, so if we're on board with ending sexism, what specifically can we do as men to be helpful?
Nothing that will please your son of a bitch ass. I know. Always, always say they're right. Always nod at them. Don't look directly at them. Make yourself small. Yeah, and if you are married to a feminist, please do let her fuck other men. Yeah, cause that way you will empower her. God damn it, fucking hell. Okay, never mind. I'm going on a rant. Let's hear the rest of it.
Here's our quick list of 5 tips for respectfully engaging with feminism as men. Now that might seem really obvious, but far too often men have a hard time just listening to what women have to say and respecting women's knowledge and experiences.
I respect women's knowledge and experiences, but sometimes for a man it's very hard to deduce that knowledge and experience from a 5,000 word thesis, you know? Because men and women are different. So, if a woman is talking to a man, maybe God fucking damn it, she should be more concise, you know? More to the point.
Because of the way we're socialized to think of our voices as most important, men have a tendency to interrupt and interject ourselves into conversations and then to dominate those interactions.
It's a two-way street if we interject. And the woman does not take back the conversation, it is not our fault. We think she wants to hear our opinion or our vision or whatever that is what we are explaining. Yeah? It is not the little weak flower that we need to protect. Come on.
This behavior is so ingrained that men often don't even realize we're doing it, which is why it's critical to learn how to take a step back, to try not to interrupt, and instead actively listen and absorb what is being said before responding.
I am sorry, my lady. I will now shut down. You want to talk? Please do. I am at your will.
Now, of course, this does not mean you have to agree with everything every individual woman says. No one person's perspective can ever represent all of feminism or the experiences of all women.
But why do they act like they have all the perspectives? Why do they act like they know everything? Because I don't know what you're doing. Is this feminism light that you are promoting? Do you want more men on board? On board your feminist train? Choo choo! Let's get the fuck out of here.
It simply means that we, as men, are not in a position to define feminism for women.
Ah, there you have it. So we cannot define feminism, so they always are right because they can say to us, well, this is the definition of feminism. Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you, McIntosh. The definition is not. You cannot hawk the definition for one gender.
And that we should actively pay attention to women's voices, because for so long, women's experiences, women's perspectives, and women's ideas have been dismissed, ignored, and silenced.
And I gladly would like to listen to women, but not those who take gender studies, you know? Because I find that these women are very extremist. Yeah, extremist is a good word.
It's especially vital to listen to women of color, particularly black and indigenous women, because, as feminist scholars have long pointed out, sexism is compounded when it's combined with racism and other forms of oppression.
Ah, here we have the mathematical SJW standards. White women plus black plus gay equals infinity. Fuck off. Fuck off with your fucking privilege. If you have something good to say, say it. If it's only shit and if you're a fucking victim, go fucking sit in the corner and cry like a little bitch. I'm sorry.
Back in 1989, Kimberly Crenshaw coined the term intersectionality as part of her theory to describe these layered experiences that leave some women more disenfranchised than others. It's important for us as men to acknowledge that when we talk about feminism, we follow the lead of women.
Why? Why do we have to follow the lead of women? And if there is a woman that has good arguments that have merit, I'm willing to follow her. But why do you say specifically that we only have to follow fucking women? If men have something to say, if men have good arguments and have merit, why aren't we following them? It's god damn it, you are so it's like segregation. Women here, men here. Women good, men bad. Fucking hell.
Yet while feminist ideas do originate with women, that does not mean that it's the responsibility of every woman to teach all men about sexism. So we shouldn't go around interrogating or demanding answers from women.
No, because usually those fucking feminists don't know the answers. Because they shoot themselves in the foot. Because they're extremists. So don't ask the pretty little flowers it, you know? Educate yourself. But if you're self-educated and you have a stance on feminism that is a bit different than their stance on feminism, remember, they are the ones that define feminism. Even though you have more study in it, they define it.
Instead, we should be proactive in doing the work ourselves by committing to continuous lifelong learning. Lucky for us, Over the past century, feminist scholars have written volumes on the topic.
I feel so lucky.
So here are some suggested readings about feminism and how patriarchy operates as a social system. Feminism is for Everybody by Bell Hooks is a great place to start, though definitely put The Will to Change, Men, Masculinity, and Love at the very top of your list. Sociologist Alan G. Johnson's book, The Gender Knot, Unraveling Our Patriarchal Legacy, is also essential reading, as well as This Bridge Called My Back, edited by Cherry Moraga and Gloria Anzaldúa. For those interested in something written in a more academic language, check out Masculinities by R.W. Connell and her follow-up book, The Men and the Boys.
Yeah, I will read those books when I do a thesis on the rise of PC culture and the decline of freedom of speech. Yeah, yeah, should be fun. Should be fun.
The place where men can be most helpful in regards to feminism is first within ourselves and then amongst other men. Patriarchy encourages men to buy into sexist thinking and at the very least remain complacent in sexism through our silence.
So let's have a moment of silence, guys and gals. Yeah, did you feel it? The patriarchy? It works in mysterious ways.
So instead, step off the path of least resistance and dare to make yourself and other men uncomfortable about sexism.
What is it with these feminists and making everybody uncomfortable? And the path of least resistance, I want equality for everyone. And I want that also in the Middle East. I want that in Asia. So what the fuck is least resistance? That is really not the least resistance. You know, writing about fucking video games with some big boobs that you find offended. Yeah, that's the path of least resistance. You fucking third wave feminist mother. God damn it, I hate this. Go solve some fucking patriarchy in Pakistan, you know, where girls are being wed on their 12th to some dirty fucking pedophile that's 40 years old. And if they don't, or if they think they're cheating, yeah, they will be stoned to death. But no, no, boobs in video games. That is the important thing. Go fuck yourself, McIntosh.
Let the other men around you know that their sexist behavior is not okay. For example, when you stand up and say that a sexist joke is not funny, the men telling that joke can no longer be assured that they will go unchallenged the next time they tell it. In other words, those men can no longer count on other men to accept or go along with their sexism.
Yeah, let's kill all jokes, because if you look throughout history, you see that humor killed so many people. My God, some people that were so offended that their fucking cunts exploded.
Interrupting the sexist status quo is a simple yet powerful way that all men can make a difference. If you make a comment and a woman dismisses or disagrees with you, don't take it personally. She doesn't owe you anything, and her disagreement does not necessarily mean that she's angry or frustrated with you as an individual.
It probably means that she's on her period and she wants to bitch at you. So just walk away and let it go.
That being said, it's completely understandable for women to express anger about sexism. Sexism should make everyone angry.
Yes, and remember, sexism. Oh my God, I'm stuttering. Remember, sexism is everywhere. So you can always be angry as a woman. It's always a good reason to be angry. Well done. Well done.
After all, most women have some first-hand experience with violence or harassment or mistreatment at the hands of men.
And so do fucking men. I've been beat up a lot of times in my youth. Little boys are as much prone to violence as women, and sexual abuse, god damn it, is rampant among little boys. So I don't know what you're getting at.
Sometimes even men who claim to be allies. So don't get defensive if individual women don't want to engage with you. And remember that it's definitely not our job to police the ways that women may choose to speak about sexism or their experiences.
So what he actually is saying, shut up and listen to the woman. Cause you are inferior.
Men's support for feminism should not be seen as some kind of favor to women. As we've discussed, dismantling the system of sexist beliefs benefits people of all genders.
Did he just say of all genders? Why not of both genders? Or is he going the? Oh my God, he's doing it right. He's going the gender fluid way or the cis male. God, fucking hell! Is he really doing this? Really? Just stop it. There's two genders, male or female.
And moreover, men shouldn't expect a reward for deciding not to participate in a terrible system of oppression. Or, as many feminists have said before, you don't get a cookie for being a decent human being.
And you don't get a cookie for thinking you're a decent human being.
It's really hard to break years of socialization overnight, so messing up is inevitable. I have certainly made my fair share of mistakes.
Yeah, I'm watching at it now. It's a big mistake.
The key is what you do next. We always have a choice in how we respond to our mistakes. So be humble, examine your own actions, acknowledge failings, and continue to learn how to be better and more supportive.
Okay, is this still going? Is this still about sexism? Because I have the feeling this is about sin. I think he's a Christian and he's talking about sin. Because you fail, but you have to try to not sin. Because in God's eyes, we are all equal. Blah de blah de blah de blah. Is this a fucking religion? I did a video about this, and it's fucking apparent that it is a religion. You know, just look at the way how the guy behaves.
Sexism is not necessarily something always done consciously. It's something we're socialized to think is normal, and as such, it's something we often participate in without even meaning to.
Sin, 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 you have sinned.
This is why challenging ourselves and reflecting on our own actions is a vital step in the process. But remember to be compassionate and patient with yourself, and keep working at it. This is by no means an exhaustive list of advice, but it should give you a place to start. Now, if you're feeling a little uneasy at this point, that might actually be a good sign.
No, McIntosh, that just means that we are rational people. That you are wrong. You are really wrong. You are so wrong.
As men, the process of honestly re-examining our own assumptions and questioning our participation in sexism will often feel uncomfortable. But remember that even though we as individuals didn't create the system of patriarchy, it does manifest itself in almost every aspect of our lives, which means we do have a responsibility to challenge it.
If we are not responsible for the patriarchy, and the patriarchy is still there, what the fuck is the patriarchy? Yeah? What is it? Where is it? Can I taste it? Can I feel it? It's everywhere, the patriarchy. And it rules us all. Where is it? Explain it to me. And what is influenced by the patriarchy and what is not influenced by the patriarchy? That I want to know.
We must always recall our potential for positive impact in the world, and be involved in this work not out of personal guilt or shame, but because, as we've discussed in this video, the desired outcome is ending gender-based oppression and making the world a better place for people of all genders, including men.
Yeah, you are so thoughtful, McIntosh. History will remember you.